Hello and welcome to Andy's Little Sci-Fi Horror Show. My name's Andy. This is my little 10-minute window to the rest of the world. I got my buddy Drew here, and today we're talking about video games turned movies. Now, of course, the all-time #1 film that comes to mind is Super Mario Brothers. He's got his mouth full of chow here. Starring
Bob Hopkins and John Leguizamo.
Oh, he remembered.
Oh yeah, you thought I didn't know who it was going to be. This is a movie. This is a movie that was released in like 1990. Video games like Super Mario Brothers and Nintendo licenses were huge in the early 90s, and people just said to themselves, "How can we possibly lose?" And unfortunately, they found out. It had some promise if they had done it a right way, but it had nothing to do with the video game whatsoever. And
I can tell you what it's about.
Yeah, you can tell them what it's about.
It's about 2 hours too long. No, I'm kidding. It's worth checking out. At least for John Leguizamo, anyways, as Luigi.
Mm-hmm. Now, since we're still onto the whole video games and movies thing, and now that my co-host here is playing Super Mario Brothers 3, it would behoove us to at least mention there's one movie that actually features this game that he's playing right now prominently in the movie.
Which is?
The Wizard with Fred Savage.
Of course. Mr. Wonder Years himself.
Basically, him and his special brother are going across country to win or play in this big, huge video game tournament. And at the end of the movie, there's this big, huge confrontation where they all have to play this one game, and it ends up being Super Mario Brothers 3, which is what Andy is playing right now.
Find the warp zone! Find the warp zone!
Yep, basically.
It's in level 3. Yeah. I'm about to go there.
He is.
Dude, you gotta carry this episode, man. I'm on to get
Alright, so moving on to other video game or licensed games. There is, of course, one video game license that has been very successful, and that is, of course, Resident Evil. With Mila Jovovich, and I don't know. I think they've made 4 movies so far.
No, they made 3.
They made 3.
No, 4. Yeah,
they made 4. They just
the 4th
came out
one's in 3D.
Yeah, the
Afterlife.
Afterlife.
Sorry, the first one is Resident Evil, which is fantastic. The second one is this is called Resident Evil 2. No, Apocalypse. Incredible trailer. The first movie, you get this rousing start of zombies, and then the sequel is one villain and one creature. It's not so good.
I liked how they did the second one though, the opening part of it, because it actually showed the city absolute ruins. You didn't know what the heck happened, and then they explained what happened like hours earlier. Great opening to that movie. I think that the problem right now is that the movie franchise has certainly diverted away from what the original game is.
Oh yeah, but they did follow a sincere storyline though. The third one is pretty good actually, but it does really stray far from the hive and the zombies and the corporate evil and all that such and such.
It felt more like Mad Max, basically.
It did, but it had what's her name in it, so it was pretty cool. And then they proceeded to the most recent chapter is Afterlife, which is in live action in 3D. Yes. There was also a computer animated full-length feature. I can't remember what it's called though, right off the top of my head, because I'm in middle of World 2 here. And I get my mind, I'm an MTV generation. I can do so many things at once.
There is another movie licensed game from the 1990s that a lot of people are trying to forget. It, of course, has Raul Julia in his final performance as M. Bison. The movie I'm talking about, Street Fighter, with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. I have that on DVD, by the way.
You are the only person to have that on DVD.
It probably was. It was $5 at Best Buy, and, well, you know.
The company made one test copy to put on DVD, and Jim Schmuck and Worcester bought it. And there was a worse film. and I would have to refer to, I don't even think I need to tell you what I'm talking about, that would be Doom. The highly awaited film. The company made people wait forever for that movie, and it was a huge, huge disappointment. Visually, it's good. Dan Winston's, the effects are awesome. It's a good, fun adventure, but my biggest problem with the thing is they spent millions and millions of dollars to make this movie as a departure from the video games as they possibly do. Then they put this 15-minute sequence inside the movie from the perspective of a video game. And not even Stan Winston's creatures can help that scene.
No, I blind bought it because...
Awesome, because it's Doom.
Because it's Doom, you know? How bad could it possibly be? Well, I found out. Didn't they try to do...
Mortal Kombat, dude.
Mortal Kombat!
How can you forget Mortal Kombat?
How can I mention
Mortal Kombat was actually a pretty good movie. The sequel was pretty good too, but it was I wasn't directed DVD, was it?
No, the sequel was in theaters.
But it just I don't know.
It had Christopher Lambert in the first one.
The sequel was kind of it was just more of the same with
fatality. Get over here! Get over here! And I just remember
Sub-Zero, man, dang. Man, what a great film.
That was a good movie. That was when CGI was kind of in its infancy.
The cool thing about that, though, is it was kind of meant to have that kind of video game feel to it. There was actually a mix of live-action creatures, like that four-armed creature, I can't remember his name, Gorg or something.
Mm-hmm.
That was excellent. That was a Stan Winston creation.
Yeah.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm getting kind of confused with Doom in that now. Because I'm stuck in the clouds trying to get coins for Mario. And I'm going to go for the free guy.
Go for the free guy! Get the free guy!
Find the warp zone! Oh, I did it!
Yeah! Nice! I remember watching a review of that when it first came out. The reviewer was like I think it was Joyce Kulhawick on one of our local TV stations. And she basically was like, I call that music Taekwondo Disco. And I was just like,
ooh! Ooh!
That's pretty harsh.
Ooh.
That's pretty harsh.
Ooh. Almost made me go off the ledge with that one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, free guy. Who's the man?
You are, I guess. There are some movie game licenses that they weren't turned into movies, but they were turned into cartoons in the 1980s. Like Pac-Man had his own TV show. Donkey Kong had his own show.
Super Mario Brothers did too.
Super Mario Brothers, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Nice! Right here, dude.
Bone bitch. Oh.
Right there. Here we go. Captain N. Remember him?
Captain N?
Yeah, it was like a Nintendo show. It was about this kid who gets sucked into the game zone. He had one of these as a belt buckle. He had a little zapper gun. And you'd have.
But I think you've said enough about that.
That was like kind of like the golden age of when they made crazy shows like that. Something about game licenses. They come up with all kinds of things like. House of the Dead in Postal. There was a Hitman movie they made that has Timothy Oliphant as the Hitman. I actually am a big fan of Hitman. Blood Rain, which is another movie license of, you ever see that? It's got Christina Loken from Terminator 3 fame. She's in that. Yeah. Oh,
now it's all too serious.
There you go, you got the flute.
And where does the flute bring me to? Where does the flute bring me to? The warp zone!